Man, I am John. I'm John. I'm from Alabama. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama in the United States. I've been here in Barcelona for about 6 years now, and for 5 of those years we have had a company rolling here called RockStar Lifestyle. We are a presence here in the outdoor training scene in Barcelona. We use some pretty innovative techniques to provide a first-class gym experience on the beach in Barceloneta, which is our home base. The concept about everything that we do actually came from Amsterdam. The real difference between training outside and training inside, of course inside you have some advantages, walls, ceiling, that's nice to, keep the elements away, but the fact is we live in a world where we are cut off from natural stimulus. Our natural frequencies, a natural frequency for our ears would be the wind blowing through the trees. A natural frequency for our skin would be sunlight, or that same wind, or swimming in the water. Okay, so we live in this world where we're just systematically cut off from every natural sense that there is. And so the idea of getting out there and getting dirty and getting sandy and getting sweaty outside in the sunshine is an aspect of fitness that we don't talk about much. And it's not, oh man, absolutely. It is the most basic human behavior, is getting outside and getting active. So what we were just doing down there this morning, our morning classes have been exploding just because people are ready to get outside, ready to get out of the house after all these crazy months. So what you saw there, we had 3 groups actually. We had our 6:30 class, which is, the diehard, the sunrise crew. The 6:30 class, then at 7:30 we double up. We have a boot camp class. Our boot camp program is a 6-week fixed training time. You're with the same group of people, nutrition plan, you're tracking your food in an app. It's a very guided process, a very specific program. And then outside of that, either people start with that boot camp or they just go right into that 7:30 class that was a little more free flow, the bigger groups. Of course, now with the regulations, we're separating groups by 9s and 1 trainer to make sure we're doing everything by the books. Well, what we're doing right now, Hola Maria, we got our online RockStar Remedy. Well, man, that is, the reason that we're here. That's to me, in a word, fitness is preparation. It can be preparation for anything. That could be a 16-year-old preparing for the Olympics, or a 33-year-old preparing for a jiu-jitsu competition, or it could be a 75-year-old preparing to be a grandparent. It's just fitness is the preparation of ourselves for whatever it is that life is going to throw at us. Well, man, the future has been opened up by the events of these past months. People, first of all, have really learned that being in shape, being fit, is more important than just looking good at the beach or achieving a 6-pack, whatever those kind of aesthetic goals are, because that's what gets people in. It's like, okay, I want to look good, I want to look like this person, or people have these kind of self projections of like what they want to accomplish with fitness. Well, man, we call it the Trojan horse, because you kind of, when somebody is looking for a service, getting into fitness, if it's a gym or if it's a boot camp on the beach, usually people have kind of a short-sighted goal. I want to lose 20 kilos, which is great, but it's not really an in-depth look at what we're actually doing. So that's how we get people though. It's like, okay, you want a 6-pack? That's possible, and it is. But by getting that 6-pack, we hope to show people that really a training is like 5% of the picture of nutrition, recovery, mental health, all of the things that go into a full spectrum, fit, healthy person.
I think being healthy is not sexy, as it sounds in my suggestion.
Yeah, well, telling people they need to sleep more maybe is not going to be the thing that gets them out of a sedentary lifestyle and into a fit, healthy lifestyle.
Having a six-pack will always bring people in, right?
Especially in a beach town like Barcelona.
Pre-COVID
and present.
Yeah.
Man, I have seen very clear differences. The first one for our business, of course, we immediately during the quarantine switched to that online program, the one that we saw today in the park. And that was the biggest game changer for us, because before we never thought that people would be interested in that, like just working out in front of a phone or a computer screen. But it turns out that in the right scenario, that can be extremely gratifying and extremely effective to keep people on the path. And then at the beach, as you saw this morning, huge group at 6:30, even bigger group at 7:30. Typical Barcelona 6 months ago, if you had asked me, oh, how big is the 6:30 class? Maybe 1 or 2 people. Yeah. But now, man, people are so much more appreciative of freedom and getting outside and being able to, just be active out in the sunshine on the beach. That's been a huge one, is the morning classes. With everything that's going on, like I said, having a strong body is extremely important now, more so than ever before. But just as important that is getting outside, man, taking the shoes off, working out, throwing the kettlebells around in the sand, sun, wind, those natural interactions, man, it makes a huge difference. Like I mentioned earlier, we talk about natural frequencies. This would be an example. Like, this is an animal, man. This is like a real animal, and you're touching, smelling, hearing this animal, whereas we live more and more in this world where the interactions we have, like I've looked at 100 puppy pictures, you know what I mean? That gives me this little kind of satisfaction, but man, sitting here with a real dog, that's the same as like sitting here on your phone and looking at pictures of training or sitting here and looking at pictures of hiking or camping or going on trails or even whatever it is, going skydiving or actually going and doing it. Man, we are more and more insulated away from nature than ever. Yeah, so man, definitely interacting with nature in any way is a must. Yeah, man. Well, down at the beach, we functional training is kind of a hot term. Of course, CrossFit has been a little sneaky guy. CrossFit has done so much for bringing fitness culture to the mainstream, putting it in front of people, just showing people that there's so much more. And I think we all, as fitness professionals or people in the fitness world, kind of maybe owe a little nod to CrossFit for that, because there's so much more action going on out here now because of that concept. But down at the beach, we're rocking strength and conditioning. Some of the trainings are very slow, focus on the technique. That's exactly how I train. I would say my training reflects pretty much what we do down there. Just a mix, some days it's running far, some days it's sprinting, some days it's just slow, heavy, double kettlebell squats kind of stuff, just mixing it up. But for the last 4 years, the reason for that fitness has been jiu-jitsu, trying to get stronger, get more flexible, get more balance, just be more prepared for jiu-jitsu and jiu-jitsu competitions.
So competing in Barcelona, in Spain, or
yeah, man, a little bit of both. We've done competitions here in Barcelona, been to Madrid, did some competitions in Portugal. Down south, we went to some competitions in Marbella, and then yeah, for sure, man. And then most recently, we went to the European No-Gi Championships in Rome. Okay. Did okay over there as well. To be honest, the competition part's not my favorite. I love it because it just puts you on a different level. Right? Yeah, for sure, man. But the objective helps so much. But competition definitely is a second best for me we're just training, just rolling with your friends, man. That's the best. It keeps you sharp, definitely. But man, just training and the people that you meet through these sports, whether it's swinging kettlebells around at the beach or throwing barbells around in a gym or throwing other people around in jiu-jitsu, man. Just the friends you make doing these things are what it's all about. Yeah, of course, man. I'll show you the kind of the general idea of it, and other than that, it's just kind of filling in the blanks over time.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go. Should we try maybe first with her?
Yeah, she's ready.
She's
She's ready. She's ready to pass the guard.
Vámonos, repito.